Hi, everybody, and welcome to Realty Success. We are so excited today. We've got a great guest, and you're going to have a lot of fun with us. My name is Brooke Bryant. I'm one of the hosts of Realty Success. I'm a realtor in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and I work a lot with investors and home sellers, but love working with first-time home buyers. I have a book you can find on Amazon, The Ultimate Guide for First-Time Home Buyers, and I'll have a link to that at the end of the show. Joining me today is the beautiful Regina Brown. Regina, please say hello to everybody.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am Regina Brown. I am a luxury realtor here out of San Antonio, Texas. So, looking forward to some great information today. And over to you, Scott.
Well, good morning and hello. What a great today. Today is going to be so much fun. I'm so glad you're tuning in. We're getting to talk about one of my favorite topics, well, real estate. And how do you win it? And that's going to be the spirit I think that we get to explore today together. I think we're going to unlock a lot of fun things and we're going to get a current climate of how to win in such a changed environment. I'm here in Los Angeles of everywhere fun. I'm a mortgage broker. I'm one of LA's Blue Diamond mortgage brokers. And well, that's a lot of fun. That allows us to access solutions in a market space, often before they become market spaces solutions.
I've got a client right now. I'm on the seller side, but the buyer was with one of the big banks and he started with this small mortgage broker, went with the big bank because they flashed a nice interest rate and everybody's looking for a good interest rate now. But then he had a conversation with the broker that he was with to begin with. He said, "Do you mind if I look over the loan package?" And yeah, the interest rate was a little bit better, but all of the hidden costs, the loan origination fee, everything else was just thousands and thousands of dollars more. And I love that you say Pathfinder. I love that he would not have had that Pathfinder. And there have been instances in this transaction where he needed him as a Pathfinder.
Yeah, again, but we're back to that same thing, that mortgage class we never took. Nobody ever taught us how to read a loan estimate with clarity. And you know what else is interesting? I love to ask people their familiarity with the SAFE Act. So the SAFE Act was born to redesign the market that wasn't working before. And they're all consumer protections. And most of us can't even explain what it is, didn't even know it exists. And they're there anyway. The market shifted so much. And most of us that aren't paying attention, that went to work, who are at work, those are the people that are learning on the Zoom meetings. They're not paying attention to, most likely. It might be on Facebook, everything else. And so that's where they're grabbing their education from. And then you find these oddballs over here that don't even know they're working. And they're not only paying all attention to what's out there to learn, they're even Googling the stuff nobody told them because they've got passion to understand it. I think it's passionate folks like that that brings so much strength to why a mortgage broker is such a significant partner when it comes to financing real estate. And why did an industry get developed that all it did was focus on one instrument? It's all it does, but it does it better than anyone else because it's all we focus on. There's no auto loans, no credit cards, no checking accounts, no CDs you can buy. One instrument, but we do it better than anyone else because we hyper define only on it. When you step into that moment, it's a different moment to be a part of. And lending through the lens that they didn't teach me is a hard way to do it comfortably. It's nice to have a pathfinder.
I love that.
We all know nobody's giving money for free. But we often present the money differently in a way we hope they'll hear us. And we can do that in lending through different instruments that they didn't teach us about. So I'm not surprised when you share what you just shared with me in that buyer's example of the difference between advisement and fulfillment.
Well, you can have a great interest rate, but if all those other fees are involved and the end result is just in the interest rate, big deal. That could be changed. What's your line about interest rates, Regina?
Marry the house and date the rate.
Yep. And divorce the landlord.
Yes, and divorce the landlord.
So, homeownership, we're talking about how amazing it is. Some of us don't even see ourselves doing it because it feels like it's their story, not our story. Hopefully, what we're talking about today is inviting people to see their version of their story because the chances are you sure can. And I just love that. When I think about interest rates, here's what I think about. It is so interesting because sometimes a higher interest rate is better than a lower interest rate. And it's for the reasons we're speaking about. Everybody's goals for the houses they have is unique to the people buying them. So that story about one size fits all, it's not true. That robe does not really fit everybody, even though it said it did. Mortgages are no different, right? And so here's what I mean. Sometimes we step into our first home as a stepping stone to another home later. Sometimes we're going into a community because education is there, and I'd rather own during education than rent during education, but then I might sell after my education completes. Everybody goals belong to them. So, to achieve a lower rate and lower payment, there's an exchange, and it often means that I'm going to pay a higher cost up front for that mortgage. Something has to give for me to get one way or the other. So when I look at a higher rate and saying that sometimes that could be better, well, it can, because higher rates often mean lower cost. So there's often an exchange for a higher interest rate. It may, in exchange, offer a lower cost to enter the playground. If you've got a mortgage that you don't intend to keep for 30 years, then why would my focus today be on trying to get the lowest rate humanly possible? I suggest that we're in a market that is history making. We got here through inflation. The bond market is what controls mortgage rates. The bond market's kryptonite is inflation. And since we have the highest inflation, you can imagine what's happening in the mortgage market. Until last year, the federal government was buying most of the mortgage backed securities in America. They stopped. So now we're reliant on just the regular market buying it. And now we're in this inflationary pressures. That's why interest rates are really shifted right now. Those are some of the ingredients of why we're here. So as I say that out loud, there's a suggestion that once inflation tames and makes a reversal and it goes down, well, then so shall be the interest rates. Now, if that's true, and you're a homeowner who's going to have your home for a while, one might suggest that the mortgages we use to acquire the houses today are some of the mortgages we'll refinance in the future when the markets make a correction if it invites us to. I suggest we're in an inflated environment right now, and the lowest rate may not always be your best solution. Work with an advisor that will educate you on the things nobody taught you about so you can see what fits your needs correctly. And that's the difference of what happens when I go to a bank or a mortgage broker.
Yeah, education you say none of us got. I think in real estate, the onus is on us to provide that education for our clients and for us to stay as knowledgeable as we can.
When you're looking for a friend to help you win, look for passion first.
What a great takeaway.
Thank you so much.
No, you're super welcome.
I wish we could talk all day long, but I know we all
Oh, I knew we were going to have fun.
we were gonna have fun too. But that is our time for today, and it has been delightful and so informative. And I really hope that everybody takes away from this that yes, you can. You just have to find the right people to get you there. You might not be able to do it today, this minute, but you can do it. You can get there. There are people out there who will help you find that yes. And one of those people is Scott Griffin. Scott, tell everybody where they can find you.
I love the internet. So please, I'm a national television host on Bloomberg Television as well. I'm also on CNBC and Fox Business. The show's called Financing the American Dream. And it's a really fun place to explore real estate lifestyles and communities throughout America. So you'll find me on television. You'll find me on Apple, Roku, streaming on your local streams. Gosh, 818-20 Scott. What a fun phone number. Who gets 818-20 Scott? Well, I did back in 1997. So 818-20 Scott. We'll talk directly. And scottgriffin.com is another fun way to find hello. And thank you again for inviting me today. I love what you're up to. I love what you inspire and invite. And none of this would have been possible today without your inspiration. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And to the lovely Regina.
Thank you so much, Brooke and Scott. Again, Regina Brown here out of San Antonio, Texas. You can find me on all of the social medias. And you're ever looking to buy or sell here in San Antonio, I would love to help you out.
And I am Brooke Bryant. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we talked earlier, off camera. Charlotte is the home of the best barbecue, not Texas. So, Scott, you're gonna have to come try some barbecue in Charlotte. But it was so great today. I learned so much, and can't wait to see what else you're up to, Scott. I'll be following closely, and we'll see all of you guys next week.